Make sure echo cancellation. Make sure echo cancellation is on everybody's devices on the mic settings on the three dots besides everyone's name.
The three dots. The three dots.
No.
I can check mine, but I can't check yours. Oh, that volume's fabulous.
No. Is that better? Yeah. You can still hear me though, right?
Bump sick up.
Oh, no, I didn't bump him out.
All right. I'm touching shit, I think. Now we're. Whoa. Yeah, you gotta edit. Hold on.
Hold on. I think it's our side.
Reduce background noise and automatically adjust volume. And echo cancellation should be on. I think that's better. Is that better for you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody has you got two volumes on.
Yeah, I do. Let me figure it out. Hold on. It's okay, babe. It's okay, babe. It's fine.
So, like,
I think it's this one. I have echo cancellation on. Reduce mic background noise.
I don't know what you guys want to do. Is mom's with you guys? Is mom moving? If you guys move, is mom moving with you or no?
No.
Okay. I did not understand. Okay, I wasn't okay. Next question: do you want a roommate or something?
Hold on. Sorry, Sick. We're still trying to figure out the.
Because, like, I don't know. I don't need a fucking babysitter, but it would be a lot better if I had some people around me.
I understand that. Of course. No.
And I want to go down there by them, and I don't want to be alone,
Of course, Sick. We love you and we're here. And whatever. Yeah. So we're looking right now at getting 2 acres is what we're hoping for. And we're looking at Connex trailers to turn into homes. So, we have a lot of physical work coming ahead of us too. And honestly, we're going to live out of, we were discussing maybe getting, what did you say? The truck, what's it called? Like an old FedEx truck and turn it into, you say it better than me.
A box truck?
Yeah, a box truck. And then,
okay.
Because at first we discussed maybe the RV to get the Connex trailer set up down there, but I don't know. So
it's not going to just be Connex trailers. We're going like Hobbit style. 8248 quick shoe. Hobbit style, buried in the dirt, grass as your roof. Kind of.
It's so cool, his idea. And I think the floor plan's going to be backwards on the camera, maybe, but let me try. This is a kind of a floor plan sketched out. Let me see. No, this one.
Number one.
Yeah.
Number one.
All right.
Backwards, though. But do you see the Connex trailers?
Yeah.
They're going to be turned into homes. And there's so many YouTube videos that show us how to do that. And then these 3 little domes in the front, 1, 2, 3 are our little doggy homes. But
okay.
This is a this is the big Connex trailer. Like what was the size?
53s.
53s possibly. 53, 53, 53. Those big trailer. And you can turn.
Are those shipping trailers?
Yes.
Shipping containers?
Yes.
All right, you need to call them shipping containers.
I'm sorry, my verb.
Sorry, no. I was way confused. I was like, Connex. What the hell's a Connex trailer?
We called them Connex. What was the word you used? Connex.
I mean, at work we always call them cons.
Yeah,
because they're containers.
the way, right, that's like an Academy Distribution Center. They have trucks coming all the time, so they call them cons there, and he calls them Connex because I guess
Oh,
it's like a brand. Or
I mean,
okay. I
but
didn't know the other terminology.
yeah, so you can turn them into homes just like people turn tiny homes into
Oh yeah,
homes, and they're a lot more affordable. They already
yeah.
provide a structure,
And
and
you can get them for like under 10 grand each, can't
under
you?
5 grand, sick,
Under
under
five
5 grand
grand.
and under.
That's
Yes,
awesome.
but it does take the physical work to go into it.
Yeah,
Um,
I follow a guy on YouTube that makes houses out of them all over the country. He
yes,
brings, yeah, it's
a
pretty
lot of
neat.
people do it. And so that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're going to do. But, we have to be patient and follow the path. And we have a lot of things happening right now for us. We're pulling, everything we have. So
all the assets.
all of our assets are going into this.
Yeah,
So this is our forever home. Unless the
yeah,
hurricane comes, then we'll have a mobile home that we leave in.
Well, that's part of the whole point of us designing the house like we designing it. It's mostly on the ground, so everyone will say, yeah, well, if it floods, you're screwed. Well, if it floods, we're screwed anyway, right? So it doesn't matter if it's on the ground, in the ground, or
is it below
whatever.
sea level or no?
Well,
Do
the
you?
property we're looking at calls it like a level 5 or 6 flood risk, but they haven't even had a flood since 2001 is the current property. But we're not invested in this property yet. We're keeping our mind
Okay, well,
open.
you're
We're
looking.
looking at the properties. This
How
property
close?
we're looking at is like 7 miles from Forgotten Angels. Like it's
Oh
literally
wow.
7 minutes. Yeah, it's 2 acres, but they want 90 grand for it when they bought it for like 14 grand.
Yeah,
So we're trying to work with them, but we're not heart set on it. And we're
yeah.
looking at everything around the area. Like we're not, we're keeping it very open. We have a lot of time. So, like, I've been interviewing with schools in Florida, but the schools in Florida, luckily, don't even require you to sign their contracts until May. Unfortunately, Georgia likes to scare teachers into staying and ask them to sign their contracts in February.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of time. I've already had 4 different interviews and it looks promising. And I don't have to sign until the end of May. So we're going to just be patient with it. That's what I had to learn. I've been doing a lot of meditating, a lot of praying, a lot of self-reflecting, and we have to be patient with the process. And it's going to
That's,
happen. It's going to happen, but I don't know. You just got to do a lot of self-reflecting too. And I know you're in a hard spot. So I don't know if you've ever meditated, but do some time to yourself for your own mental space too.
I've been dealing with crazy for so long. It's starting to drive me crazy.
Well, that's part of sometimes relationships when they're not healthy, it's time to detach.
I got like
Right.
I could kick myself in the. I mean, I wanted not to be homeless so bad that I felt like this was the step back I should have taken.
Well, you
Because
won't be homeless. We have a
I
couch for
talked
you
to
to come to right now.
I
Right.
talked to David,
That's
and he's like,
always been
sometimes you
awkward
got
for
to
you.
take a step back to move
Yeah.
forward. And I believed him, and I do believe him. I just think that this was quite a
It's
step
hard. We're
back
creatures of habit.
because I was ready.
We're creatures of habit, Sig. That's natural to want to go back to what you're comfortable with
Or what you know.
Yeah.
or what you know, because fear rules us.
And I kept on saying it was because of the dogs, and it really is because of Jade. I miss
I get
Jade,
that.
and
Bring
I
her with
thought I
you.
missed her, but I don't. I
Bring her
don't.
with you.
Well, yeah, I wish.
Yeah,
It's
but
sad
you
to
just
say, but I don't know how much longer Leia's going to last because
yeah.
Leia's hips have been giving her out on her. And once that occurs all the time, it's over.
Right. I understand that. And I know that's hard too. So you're dealing with a lot right now. But we're always here for you if you need it. Yeah, time them all together at the top.
And like the other night, she ended up getting a hole in the air mattress she was using. I was like, fine. I was like, I gave her the bed, which was technically her bed, but she has another bed in storage.
Right.
So I want to, and now I'm sleeping on this shitty air mattress that deflates every 2 days. And I'm like, yo, I feel like saying to her, I'm like, listen, you should really, we should get that mattress for you.
Right.
Because
Like
I
it's right
need
there.
a
Why not
mattress.
get it out?
I was like, I need a mattress in the bed, in the living room. I don't care.
Right.
I was like, you need to also decide on what frames you want. There's 2 frames, one in each of the 2 bedrooms, and there's no beds in it. What do you want to do with them? Do you want to throw them out? Do you want to use it? What do you want to do? What's the story, Morning Glory? Like, let's get it together. Like, I mean, there's shit in the garage.
Right.
All right, let's start going through that. Every weekend she sleeps, dude. She sleeps, and I get it. She started a new job, and you know what? And she came home yesterday. She had a shitty day, but you were bitching you didn't have work. Now you got work, and now you're bitching you got work. Like what the fuck? Like
Yeah.
I got a steady income. It's not a lot, but it's like it's steady
hard to
income.
be happy when nobody else around you is happy.
And I'm just like, what the fuck? I'm just like, and I said to her, I was like, listen, I'll fucking get my shit up and leave.
Yeah.
I was like, I kissed the $1,800 deposit goodbye a long time ago.
Right.
I was like, fuck the deposit.
Perfect. I get that. That's how we are at this time. Screw the money. Just like with my contract, I gave my boss plenty of heads up that I was leaving, but they put our contracts out so early that you're threatened with, if you leave, you get to pay $1,400 to leave your contract. So even though I had signed my contract and then 2 weeks later told my boss, my passion is for God angels, our passion is for God angels, we want to move, please let me out of my contract. I even have another teacher to take my place because I have a student teacher this year that wants to take my place. So I offered a solution. They still are charging me $1,400 to leave.
What an asshole. Come on.
And
and it's like
money
2
is,
weeks,
though.
it's like 2 weeks. It's not like it's like a ton of time,
But they like to take advantage of the small guy, which is why we have to realize money is like whatever. I want to minimalize and get away from money as much as we can.
Were you thinking about putting pads on the property with electrical hookup and septic hookup and stuff?
Heck yeah. Solar panels, septic, well, everything.
Because I mean, I know how to operate heavy equipment,
coffee.
excavators and stuff, and I can dig the friggin' septic tanks for you, put them in,
Even
and
Keefop said
run
he
the
can
pipe
do it
and
too.
everything and all that.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll send you some ideas and floor plans, and hell, man.
Everything's got to be code. We got to figure out what the codes are, how they want the depth, how deep they want it, if they want vents on top and everything.
Yeah.
If you
The first
need,
thing we got to do is once we get our land, we got to get a surveyor out there. And then once we get the surveyor, we can take our floor plans and bring them into fruition.
Yeah. Find out if you can bring in soil to raise the land if you wanted to.
Exactly. Because he's wanting to do a little bit of kind of a hobbit home. So we might have to lift it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're definitely on it. We're on the ball, man. It's happening. Yeah. So you know where we're at.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You like it? Is your head hurting? What's wrong? He's drank a little bit of moonshine. You better speak. You haven't spoken all.
No, it's because you've been yapping.
I know. Sorry, I'll shut up so Keefop can talk.
So yeah, what we're looking at with will you look inside my clear D&D bag?
Yeah.
And get that little green book, the tiny book.
Yeah.
What we're looking at with the 2 or 3 sections, at least one, where we're looking at 2 or 3 sections that are going to be almost like cement block, brick. Don't know what material we're going to go with, but it's going to be some sort of rock. And thank you, baby. And with that, it's going to be connecting underground, well, covered, not really underground, because all we're basically going to do is dig it down to where it's got a nice firm foundation and then cover the rest.
to help with insulation.
Right, free installations, dirt, grass, and all that, right? But we got different floor plan ideas that I etched out while playing D&D last night. I'm gonna draw up a couple more, come up with some ideas.
Nice.
But we're hoping to buy the property with cash pulling from our retirement,
Or assets.
our assets. So once we do it, the property will be ours and we can do
Awesome.
what we want to. Yeah. With zoning codes, of course, adhere to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the main concerns I'm having right now is zoning. What can we get away with building? What can we not get away with?
See, there's a property very like 7 minutes from Forgotten Angels, but there's also a bigger property down in Plant City, which is only 20 minutes from them. So if we have to go to Plant City where there's less zoning, then it's a 20-minute drive, but still not too bad.
Yeah. What about any of the surrounding houses for sale around Forgotten Angels, around their property line? They had one on the corner.
Tell them the problem with the houses. Yeah.
What you got to look at is how much David and Cindy or Forgotten Angels alone pay for the last 2 houses that they purchased. Now these are full up and running households, right? Which is either what we're going to need to step into or need to build up. We don't need to step into a house that we're going to have to live in and repair at the same time.
At the same time.
Right. So there's 2 houses for sale near, like, on Little Stearns Road. Nice houses. I've already looked at them at the March campout, but the problem is the price tag. What they paid for the house on the Pearsons property was just a fraction of what they actually paid for the Pearsons property. I'm not going to go into details on that, but what they said the camp out isn't what they actually paid. It was higher.
Yeah.
Then you got the other property.
Well, the buyer's all shady and shit. He's trying to file Chapter 11.
Right. Well, with all that, they also had to purchase a second house when that one fell through, right?
The seller, I mean. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The seller.
So they just purchased 2 homes.
What was that, dog?
And both of them, well, you heard how much the Pearsons property sold for, right? And that was like 1.2 million.
This is another problem, Sick, is when you look at, you can find cheap houses, but you have to pay rent for the property they're on. So all you're buying is the house. The people own the land. Unfortunately, a long time ago, what happened? People came in and bought out the properties.
What she's trying to say is what happened is the people aren't renting or aren't selling the entire property anymore. What they're doing is just selling the house on the property, and you have to lease the land that the house is on.
So, right. If you go in and you want to buy something for 60 grand, let's say, which is kind of the bracket we're looking at, 60 grand, let's do this. And if you want to buy something outright 60 grand, well, you can buy a nice little cute house, but then you pay $1,000 a month to rent the half an acre it sits on.
Yeah.
So unless we buy 60 grand of land, we're going to be still paying the big man. And that's what we're trying to get away from. Because we've been paying the big man for how many years now? And we still don't own crap.
Yeah.
So it's time to own something. And the little man stop getting crapped on.
Yeah.
That's why we're downsizing, man. I mean, the house we're in right now is a 3-bedroom, two full bath,
2,000 square foot house that we don't even use half of it for anything.
Right. I mean, we don't need it anymore. I mean,
and we still don't own it, even though we've been paying on it for 13 years. And our mortgage company tried to create the balloon payment. Well, you didn't hear what happened. After I complained about them, Sick, They sent a letter back to us redoing our mortgage for next year and dropped it by $20. Hey, Sid could live here.
$20 ain't nothing.
Yeah, our mortgage, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you complained to do two big like reporting companies, so we remanaged your numbers, and now your mortgage only goes up by $20. So how are we going to double my mortgage until I complained? And now it's only $20 more. How is that okay?
It's not.
Exactly. So you got like, what do we do?
What's up, Jade?
Pack up.
What is up?
Pack up and move out and buy something.
Look, here's the thing that I keep telling
What's up?
folks. Why
It's
we're
not
doing
time
what
to
we're doing
eat yet.
Is we stressed and busted our ass
13 years.
No, just from October to March to make the March camp out. We stressed out beyond normal just so we can make sure we made it, because we didn't want to miss the March camp out. So with as much anxiety as we built up on our own accord, trying to get down to support Forgotten Angels, which, I mean, if you remember at the camp out, I spent most of my time either hanging out with you guys or taking out trash or refilling the cooler or other stuff. The joy from helping them, which is why we went down there to begin with, why all of us come down there, right? And the joy helping them was way more than, I don't know how I'm trying to say it, but that's where I need to be now, because I don't need to spend 40 plus hours a week killing myself to try
Pay
to kill
somebody
myself.
else.
Yeah, just so I can potentially make it down there every 6 months to give them a hand. I don't like that. That's not how I want to live my life anymore.
Yeah, I feel like even I'm too far away. It's not like I can just pick up and go down there,
Being an hour away is, to me, farther than I want to be, because
Yeah.
I want David to be able to reach up, grab his phone, call me, say, hey, we have somebody that needs to be
Whatever.
picked up, or needs something. I don't care, whatever he needs, right?
Yeah.
Call me
Yep.
and say, hey, can you help us out? Is this something in 20-minute response time, 30-minute response time? That to me is reasonable. An hour, okay. But anything above that, and it's moving out of the range we're wanting to go to, destroys the whole purpose of us moving. So the 5-acre lot, the 6-acre lot, and the other ones further south, they're nice. Don't get me wrong. But it doesn't matter how much property we're getting at a lower cost if
It's
we're still
far away.
Yeah. If I
How
can't,
far?
I want to be able to get on a little electric scooter, right? Join the DUI squad and just get a scooter and hop on that scooter and ride to Forgotten Angels to help them out, right? Or
How far is the other properties?
Yeah.
That's why every time I keep seeing those 2 acres right there, sick, I'm like, and Shep already went and took a video for us. Keepop has to send you it. It has like natural woods to it, like natural shade. It's right near the river. Like we could provide for ourselves by fishing, and they're like, it's just amazing. It's so quiet and in the country, but yet it's so close to Forgotten Angels at the same time. It's amazing.
And no matter where the lot that we end up with, we're going to be putting anywhere 2 to 3. I don't know if tiny homes is the right word.
We're using the trailers. I like the trailers better. Turning them into homes. Sorry.
All right. So, just a quick question: who's the captain here?
Look, he always wants to be the boss, but we can't do all of it. We can't do the trailers and the tiny homes. He's got to pick one. You can't do both. We ain't got it like that.
Who's telling the story?
Okay, sorry. Go. I'll shut up.
Anyway, before I was so rudely interrupted again, what we're gonna do is have anywhere between 2 to 3 tiny homes, or we're Airbnb style, right? Where you come in, you pay X amount for the weekend or for the week, and it's a cute little self-contained tiny home. It's got its own hot water heater built in. It's got its own water supply, all that, right? And if we have to, let's say Hurricane Hellacious comes in and we need to get out of town, well, it's on a trailer. So
Yeah.
all we have to do is
Hook up the trailer, lift up the jacks, go. Bye bye.
and get those 2 rentable tiny homes out of the danger zone,
Yeah.
while our more bunker hobbit style home is okay.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it floods, but it doesn't matter how we build a house. If it floods, it floods. Only outside of that is building a wall around it.
Stilts or something, but you don't want stilts because it's a hurricane area, possibly.
Well, they do it on the beach, but usually those are the houses you see in the hurricane footage flying away.
What are you doing, yo?
So yeah. Hey, what's Quick Shoe? What's he saying? Oh yeah, you can stack them. We've been watching
Yeah,
videos
we
on it
did.
all morning.
Oh, I didn't even realize we were. Oh, I was on the private chat the whole time. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, you were talking to him.
It's
Yeah.
cool
Let me
how
show her. He's
you
got
can
this. Let
like
me go.
you can put them like in a square and have a courtyard in the middle, and then you could branch off of them with like another section. Each section could be a bedroom if you wanted or whatever.
Well, the one of the 3 designs that she likes, um, I believe you. We have a more centralized entrance for us, and it's going to go to whatever the length is. And that's going to go into an open connex, which then opens up into like a T pattern, 2 more with 2 more brick. It's here, hang on.
Yeah, that pattern. That's what I really like.
That thing.
All right.
Depends on the zoning of the house.
Now these here were my
It's like an airplane,
kinda.
kind of.
These are going to be fences where our dogs are going to come out of here and
Yeah.
have free run. For we have to keep them separated.
What? Siete, the psycho.
So we're going to have 2 sections fenced off for the dogs. We're going to have scumpernong or scumpernong vines here, and a pool or a pond or something right there. And then of course connexes for like the oven, stove, kitchen area. And however we end up actually building it out, a lot of that's going to depend on the property we buy, the zoning, and what we can and can't do. Oh, hey, my mom.
She wanted to come up.
Is that what she was doing?
She wanted to be with Daddy all day.
So we're just waiting to see which property we actually end up closing on before we finalize on the patterns. But I'm going to draw a couple more up and kind of star which ones are our favorites and go from there.
Yeah, he had made 2 last night, but then he drew this one up today, and I really like this one because it's open. And I needed to see. I'm really bad about visualizing things. I always struggle with geometry, so I was like, draw it for me because I need to see where the dogs are going to be and how the dogs are going to be separated, but they're going to have their own space. Because Siete is a psycho, so. I'm excited.
All right. Well, yeah.
So to answer the question that you didn't ask, there will be a slot of land at the very end of wherever it is that has availability for potential campers sitting at that location.
All right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or anybody that needs a place with us, we're here.
Yeah. Like
Oh, he already knows that.
Yes.
I could make
told
I
him
could
to
make
come here
anything
if you
work.
have to.
Yes. We love you, Sig, and we thank you for all your support for us.
Yeah,
You've
always.
helped us navigate this live stream. And if it wasn't for you, he might not have more followers. So thank you.
That's cool. It takes a little bit to figure out. It's hard not to get sucked in.
That's what I
And
told him. I said, have a balance.
yeah, and once you're in, it's
Have a
It's hard-
balance of
hard,
experience
hard
in the
to make a
world.
balance. Yeah.
Right.
As Dave said, you got to feed the sausage factory.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And,
It's
and these
it's
live
just-
streams are a good way to feed the sausage factory.
yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
All right. Yeah. You good, Daddy?
Yeah, we're good.
Right. Oh, look.
Tolga, hey buddy.
Join the chat.
Tolga, what's up? Yeah, it'd be nice to get some nice looking women in the chats once in a while that want to hang out and support Forgotten Angels maybe and do stuff. Go for rides. Blah blah blah. Or am I living in a fantasy world?
No, there's no such thing as a fantasy world. Stop it.
All right, so look at what we're doing, right? 42 years old. Essentially, I'm considering myself retired. I'm not stupid. I know I'm gonna have to work somewhere else and do something else. But that's why I'm trying to get on with Joe and them out at the Ride Factory. Because I want my next chapter to not be a job where I'm chasing, who's going to pay me the most in the shortest amount of hours.
How much am I going to get in my 401k?
Yeah, how much am I setting aside for retirement? Blah, 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 blah. What I want is to learn a way to be more useful, right? We turned in one bike to Forgotten Angels the first year, 2 years ago. And that bike was running. It wasn't running in top condition, but it was running. Now, if I had more mechanical skills, I could have got that bike to 100% and would have been better of a donation that way. This last bike that we sent down with Buck that Joe has is dead. I mean, the engine's absolutely gone.
Quick Shoe said, all I want to do is wander around the country on my bike. Quick Shoe, that's exactly what we're aiming for. The quality of life. It's not about how much money you have. It's about the quality of your life.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to acknowledge that.
Oh, you're good. Thank you.
It would be nice to have money to go places.
Well, that's what
Travel.
you have to remember though, Sid, because you don't have to have money to go places.
Yeah.
Right? When I wanted to travel abroad, I knew I had to do it by teaching. So I went there to teach. It's about making our way and what you want to do. Let's say you're volunteering for something and that's how you get there, right?
Yeah.
Like you just got to set your heart and your mind to it and you got to make it happen. Money doesn't determine everything, luckily, in our world.
Determines a lot, but
yeah,
not everything.
Not everything. No, your heart and your mind and your soul determines a lot of what happens in your life.
And we're just at that part of our life now where we're not going to chase money anymore. Yeah, we're not stupid. We know we have to have it. But if I get hired out there at the Ride Factory, I'm going to be taught how, from motorcycle maintenance basics up to in-depth repair. The stuff that I watch Joe do on his videos, and I'm actually absolutely mind boggled at how he's just, you gotta do this, turn this while you push this up through the keister and bop it on the head one time, and it's done. That knowledge is mind blowing to me, and to be able to, whatever rate they're willing to pay me is acceptable, right? Because I'm not going there for the money. I'm going there for the knowledge, for the
Yeah.
companionship, for
All of that.
all of that.
Right.
I hope to be able to learn when coming out of it how to make a show quality bike that
Yeah.
can be presented to Forgotten Angels on a regular basis.
I mean, the only thing I can really say about money is I've chased it. I've been forced to chase it for a very long time, and I've never, ever had it. Ever.
We all
You know,
have
and
sick.
then
We've all had to
what,
chase
like
it.
in my best year, I made like just over 100 grand net. All right. And I was still broke.
Exactly.
I mean, a quarter of my income was gas. Another quarter of my income was repairs and overhead. And then I had payroll, mortgages, and insurance, and everything else on top of that. You know.
Exactly.
And
And then what do I get? What do I get? Like $8 an hour? You know?
Right. That's what we've realized is like, you know what? If we are okay living off our little garden and fishing off the river, and yes, I'm going to work. Like I've said, I've had interviews with the public schools, I've been doing interviews with one on one tutoring. My life might just look different in how I teach. I might not be meant for the public school anymore. I might be meant to just do one on one remote, learning where I can help the homestead. I just feel like getting away from money and materialistic stuff is going to help us in this environment.
it's not so much that. It's more of, like I was saying, us getting down there and supporting Forgotten Angels is the whole point we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's we killed ourselves to get down there,
It would be
for the
nice to get
campfire.
near them.
We killed ourselves to get down there to volunteer to help people in general.
Right.
So it's not just about Forgotten Angels.
It's
It's about
helping.
volunteering for the ocean, volunteering for anybody, helping anybody that needs help. That's the bottom line.
Helping.
Helping anybody that needs help.
Like I said in my videos, it's about helping each other because if we wait on somebody to come up and help us for
They're
us,
gonna screw us over.
then we're never going to get the help we need. And like Shade Tree says, you can get mad about these policies and what the vets have to go through and so on and so forth to get their benefits, right? You can be
Yeah.
mad about it, or you can go ahead and start doing something about it now while being mad about it. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what we're wanting to do
Yeah.
is do something about it. And while we have the physical condition, the ability, the energy, and mentally are capable of starting up this I don't want to say homestead, but that's practically what it's going to be.
Yeah.
If we waited till we're like at my mom's age, when they retired last year, and they're suffering physically because at this point in their life they're worn out,
Yeah.
and I don't want to retire worn out. I'm gonna have days where I'm tired working at whatever shop or wherever I end up, but it's not tolerating abuse and yeah, not having to do that anymore is liberating,
Yeah. No
to
doubt.
say the least. Yeah, I spent all day yesterday just sitting right here in this little windowsill, just watching the birds almost all day. And this has been absolutely, absolutely peaceful. It's a little late for us in the afternoon to go rock hunting. You want to do that today or tomorrow, love? Tomorrow? Yeah. Yeah, she's got some interviews tomorrow morning, and then after that, we're gonna head up to one of the kaolin quarries here. We're gonna do some sifting and digging.
That's cool. I got a box of sifters. Big sifters you put in 5-gallon pails, all different sizes.
Really?
Brand new.
Yes, we love sifting.
Sitting in a box. Like they've been, you know what I got them? I got them because when I got out of jail and I moved into it moved in next to the meth lab, and the meth heads, I had to siphon all the dirt outside where the dogs go into the bathroom to get all the glass and needles out of the ground.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can use your sifters, man. Most definitely. For not sifting needles. All right, man. I'm gonna turn this oven off and pull the meat out and
thank y'all for your support and love. I love you all. Have a good day. Thank you so much.
See you guys soon.
appreciate it, buddy. I'll talk to y'all later.